Yes, I know you've only got 5 minutes, and we haven't pressed the button yet, but shall we?
Yeah, press the button. So I only have 5 minutes, and like everybody else who comes along to these things, unless they represent an organisation, this year we find out we only have 5 minutes. And it stopped me in my tracks as I threw away my 10-minute PowerPoint preparation. You're right, Peter, I never do a PowerPoint presentation. But I could have.
You could.
I could have. And I thought, what is the point? And as people around me are talking about what is the point, it's actually really insulting. So it made me think about what is the point of public engagement? What are you actually wanting out of this? And it's important to note here that you are within a machine. I understand that, and sometimes it feels like you can't change the mechanism. But those in the room who run businesses know that mechanisms are there to be fit for purpose. And what I'm hearing, and what I have been trying to spend the last year telling you, is that we no longer think this organisation or the majority of the public sector or service is fit for purpose. So, again, come back to the original question, what is the purpose of public engagement? Is it to inform? Is it to provide accountability? Or is it to just simply validate an idea? So I need to tell you that being on the end of public decision making has begun to feel like a lesson in feeling irrelevant. And it's not pleasant. And yes, I am more courageous than most. I literally come along every time. I feel the obligation to advocate for those that don't. But I am becoming by far the majority, and you know it, and I know it, and our voting stats know it. So here's the opportunity. Because as I said to you last year, I hate having the same conversation over and over again. So I'm not going to attend these anymore, because if I receive something that says you have 2.5 minutes to change the conversation, I'm not going to be able to come in here with a smile. So I'm exiting the process, joining the throngs of the public that no longer have faith in this, no longer feel trust in the system, no longer feel that they're heard, no longer feel relevant. And I'm responding to what I had tried to come and talk to you about during the last year, the large group of people who want to do it a different way, change the conversation for good. But instead of taking that opportunity, I got an email saying thank you for your interest. So it is frustrating trying to get in here. It is frustrating knowing that what is said in here isn't necessarily going to come out in the wash. Like on last year's webcam, the conversation about bringing the public into the conversation around the tagline, which is at its core setting our focus for this organisation, setting those core imperatives for the people that you serve. So in my business life, I hear the word leadership a lot, and as I tell everyone that comes to me for help within that, leadership is just good management. There is no such thing as learnt leadership. You do what people need you to do, they will follow you. You call yourself leaders and don't do what we need you to do, we will not follow you. And we are seeing that not just within this organisation, certainly regionally, and I won't run off a list of examples. We're seeing it on a national scale, and we are seeing it globally. So I think there needs to be an alternative to change the conversation for good. Fortunately, a whole lot of people agree with me, and I've been given a big fat chunk of money to respond to that need wherever it is, whether that's around the country or whether that's overseas. And I really, really tried to get in here this year to talk to you about that. And I have a lovely email trail to show it. I do have more courage than most to come in here, but I have the same level of frustration when I don't get the opportunity to be heard or stand in the room. So you won't see me in here again, which will, I'm sure, bring smiles to some, but will also kill a little bit of the joy that comes from these things. But so I'd like to end with thank you for your time, because that literally is all you have given me. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. We'll be very sad not to see you again next year.